3 rounds of discussion with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first from a Zoom call in Columbia, South Carolina, Matthew, aka the Unbreakable Spirit. And his opponent from a Zoom call in Atlanta, Georgia, Daniel, aka the Executioner. Take it away, Matthew.
Thank you, Jesse, for that wonderful introduction. This is episode number 135. Holy crap, we've done a lot of these. Of At Odds with the Unbreakable Spirit.
And the Executioner, Daniel Travers.
There, remember that might as well. Anyway, I'm the Unbreakable Spirit. When you hear the boxing bell, let's review the topics.
Topic number 1.
Could Roman Reigns ever be babyface again?
Number 2.
Our thoughts on the ECW Punk Pack 2K.
Number 2. Number 3. Sorry.
That is, by the way.
Okay.
Is Jacob about to go to Raw or SmackDown? But first, to answer.
I do.
I do think
with all the glorified, all the terrible shit that Roman Reigns has done over the past 4 years, do I honestly believe that the Tribal Chief character would work as a babyface? And after giving this some thought, I'm honestly not sure.
I have my answer set in stone. It's set in stone. Roman under. Yeah. I remember saying after that match, to you, in fact, Roman is condemned to forever.
Yeah, besides being the Undertaker, I'm talking more of like as the Tribal Chief. Could the Tribal Chief work as a babyface?
Oh, absolutely not.
And why do you say that? I'm honestly curious.
With some of the shit he did to his own family during the early days of the Tribal Chief, like putting a guillotine on an injured Jimmy Uso. Like,
yeah, hitting a drive-by. Hitting a drive-by. Well, one of them is pinned up near the steel steps in their Hell in the Cell I Quit match.
Yeah, which I just mentioned. The choking out an injured Jimmy Uso.
Oh, yeah. What about the first match? What about beating the out of someone so bad that your injured brother has to come out and throw out and wipe the white towel?
Literally.
Yeah, would that be like for you, like literally throw the white towel?
Yeah. Like, Roman has done some pretty bad stuff as the leader of the Bloodline.
Yeah. Hell, what about the fact that in his rivalry with Kevin Owens, when they were fighting inside the Thunderdome, he threw him off part of it, and he threw him off like the second or third railing and threw a table.
Yeah, but my thing isn't done. I still stand by that he's condemned to be a heel forever, but not by his actions, but because of his choice of Wise Man.
What do you say?
Paul Heyman is a heel.
Yeah. That
Whoever
is 100%.
associated with in wrestling automatically turns heel
Unless you're already a heel.
unless you're already a heel. And a
Then it
perfect
just
example of that
boosts.
one we're going to cover in the set in topic 2, CM Punk. Remember in the early 2010s when CM Punk was, let's just
Bigger.
sick of playing with the other guys
Yeah.
by Vince's rules. People loved him. Then at Raw 1000 he turned heel. A few weeks later he joined up with Paul Heyman.
Yeah. I mean, anyway, look, I don't consider besides him being like one wrestler to, damn him as a heel. It's just, I don't know if the tribal chief is, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, yes. Redeemable.
I don't think so, if I'm being 100.
Yeah, I mean, like, because I'm more of going like, okay, would it honestly, because I 100% could see Roman Reigns coming back, and this is kind of random, but I could see him coming back and fighting Solo to see who runs the bloodline.
Yeah, in that case, he would have to be a babyface.
If that's the case, yeah. And in the story of the bloodline, I'm curious to see where it goes. But in general, I don't know.
And we don't be behind at that point.
Yeah, that's true. You could have Chico Fatu and
He should have the Gorillas of Destiny, Jacob Fatu, and heck, let's throw Zilla Fatu in there for extra credit.
yeah, you do that shit and like you do that shit, like Roman would definitely have to be babyface. All I ask is if Roman Reigns beats a babyface, make it make fucking sense.
Yeah, and maybe have the Usos back him up just so he doesn't get destroyed on a weekly basis.
But and this is a genuine question. And I know we're talking all over the place, but this is a genuine question that is.
When do we ever actually stay on topic on this podcast?
Yeah, okay, but this is my genuine question that is, if Roman Reigns turns babyface, and who would Paul Heyman line with? Solo or Roman?
I mean, he's been so worried about the tribal chief in recent weeks. I think he would. I think the real question is not if Roman could work as a babyface. Would Paul Heyman work as a babyface is the real question.
Yeah, final thoughts. Would Roman Reigns work as a babyface? My answer, to quote LA Knight, nah.
My answer is, could Roman work as a babyface?
Even as a tribal chief.
Under the right circumstances?
Yes.
Yes.
But in general,
just doing it for the sake of doing it?
No.
Quoted the megastar, nah.
Yeah. All right, we'll be back with topic number 2.
And we're back with topic number 2. The ECW Punk pack. Why stumbling over my words today? We're recording and I'm just stumbling over my words.
Okay, let's talk about each star individually. Let's start with first CM Punk.
I was gonna say last, but okay.
Okay, you know what? No. First, we got the Dudleys. Great. Cool.
Yeah. the Dudleys are the Dudleys. They have a special weapon of the table. No surprise there.
And I will say, regarding the extra weapons that they had, I would like more of that shit, please.
Yeah, people probably don't know about that, but now we have a barbed wire baseball bat, a fluorescent light tube, and a light door as
Yeah,
our weapon.
yeah, so you could totally do, hey, knock, knock. Wait, what?
Or if, or if it was able to stand on its own, the Ding Dong Hello set. Remember
Yeah.
that was a thing?
Oh, yeah. Oh, cats. But I honestly think that, and I'm going to say this now, I did do a tag team, the tag team Extreme Rules match. This is a crazy thing. Terry Funk, this is an actual thing that happened, grabbed the barbed wire baseball bat, grabbed it, and literally chucked it at Bubba Ray Dudley. Literally just went, yeet.
Yeah, I will admit I do like the attention to detail because you brought up Terry Funk. I also did last night an Extreme Rules Tag Team Tornado match with the Dudleys versus Sandman and Terry Funk because admittedly the only one I had used up to that point was CM Punk.
Yeah, same.
And I like the attention to detail and something people may not know if they don't have blood on 2K24. But when Sandman smashes the beer can into his head during his entrance, if you have blood on, he will bust himself open.
By the way, another thing I like about this detail is that when you smash someone with the fluorescent light tube, if you look around the ringside, you can still see pieces of the fluorescent light tube.
Oh, God.
And I've also noticed that even if you throw them, even if you smash someone with the fluorescent light tube, they're still under the ring.
Yeah, and I will say that one downside to this, or okay, two downsides.
One,
Sandman does not have Enter Sandman as his theme song,
sad face.
and he doesn't enter through the crowd. That was part of Sandman's whole thing.
I will say my thoughts is like okay, regarding the best in the world, CM Punk is. I'm glad he's back, and I don't know if people know this. The last time Punk was on a WWE video game was all the way back in 2015.
Yeah. It's been a long time.
But as for my thoughts, like I'm glad Punk's back. I'm glad that he's in the game. I'm just wondering is he gonna have a role in next year's My Rise?
Oh my God! If he does, that would be amazing. Because your Myra's character is recent years has always been a jerk.
I think I'll be back in like 15 if you're ready to hit the gym then.
Okay.
Imagine what your Myra's character would say in a promo battle with CM Punk.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, I know some people are probably upset that Punk's tattoos aren't accurate because he doesn't have the Cobra logo or the Pepsi logo due to copyright. If you're upset about that, just download a status creation. But seriously, that's all you need to do.
Yeah.
Heck, even
Hell, as for my thoughts on CM Punk, I'm glad he's back, but I will admit it is kind of interesting where if you have Punk, be in a match with someone, or have like McIntyre as the ref, and be because of the real life hatred. Like it's surprisingly how quick the 2K is. Like, oh, okay, these guys don't like each other. Here you go.
Yeah.
Like as for CM Punk being back in the game, great, cool. But I also will admit I kind of want
More like special weapons.
yes.
And alongside this, actually, cards that came out that are probably like that someone, I'm not kidding, I saw this on YouTube, spent $400 to get the Rock 2024 Persona card.
See, okay, because then I actually am gonna say something here is that and I know this is my honest opinion here. I honestly want 2K24. I don't care. I really do not care. All I want them to do, I don't really care about Roman Reigns with the man bun and the sweats, jackets, all that shit. I don't give a shit about that. I want a.
So do I.
I honestly, and I can't believe I'm saying this. I want a final boss. I want them to patch in the final boss. I know if they can patch in WrestleMania 40, they can patch in the Rock's entrance.
But this gives me hope for 2K25 because just hear me out. For multiple games at this point, we have had an out of date version of The Rock.
Yeah, that is 100% true.
Bubble tattoo. I've had to download a What's the Stats creation with an updated tattoo. I like my games to be up to date. Fight me if you disagree. I don't care. I just like it being up to date. Since they've scanned in the new tattoo, that means 2K could update The Rock for 2K25.
Hell, here's a crazy idea. Make The Rock the villain for 2K25. Rise.
He's the villain in real life. When art imitates reality.
Yeah.
And I know the timer went off. I get my thoughts without saying my final thought is.
Yeah. But yeah, I want 2K to patch in the Rock Sergeant. All right. Anyway, we'll be back with the third and final topic.
Which is not the prediction powers because King and Queen of the Ring have not happened yet.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Everybody, we are back with the third and final topic. What brand should the Samoan werewolf Jacob Fatu go to? I honestly don't know, but it begs the more important question. It all depends on one thing. Is she a part of the Bloodline storyline or not?
Because we know the Samoan werewolf is a fan of that story and what they've done.
Yeah. But because for me, honestly, it all depends on if he's a part of the Bloodline, great, cool. Sucks to be everybody else.
Yeah.
But if he's not, I don't care. Raw or hell, for all I give a shit, have him do Raw and NXT. I don't care. But if he goes to NXT, Trick Williams, enjoy that title reign.
Yeah. And like they could do honestly what they did during like the Johnny and Tommaso and have Jacob Fatu appear on the main roster while being NXT champion.
Yeah.
And honestly, if I'm being fully transparent, I think that should be a perk of being the NXT champion.
Yeah. Because honestly, if you truly want the Bloodline to run new or old version of the bloodline to run. And I don't care what Ava does, what Ava or Sean does. But if you truly want the new version of the bloodline to be a force to be reckoned with, have Jacob Fatu, have Paul Heyman just randomly, I don't know. Here's an idea. Have Trick Williams, and I'm just for Lily Fantasy gonna book this thing. Have Trick Williams say, "Okay, Ava, who's my next challenger?" Ava's just like, "Oh, I'm not gonna tell you." He is.
Surprise.
He's like, no, he's like, you hear Paul Heyman just walks up, like, wait, what? He's like, "Oh, ladies and gentlemen," Paul Heyman does his whole stick and then be like, "Jacob," he's like, "Well, he boosted up Trick Williams." He's like, "No, papa." Because if you truly want Jacob Fatu to feel like a massive threat, you have Paul Heyman do the introduction.
Yeah. And I would have Paul Heyman end it like this. "You better hope you can channel your inner Van Helsing because your opponent is the Samoan werewolf Jacob Fatu," or whatever WWE does for his name.
Yeah. But if that's the case, I have seen clips, folks, if you really look online at the kind of shit that Jacob Fatu is capable of in the ring, it's utterly fucking insane.
Isn't he a former MLW world champion?
880 something days as an MLW champion, yes.
I wonder if that number's inflated.
But also, this man is 6'1" and can do a fucking moonsault.
Yeah, this guy is athletic with a capital A.
This man can do a fucking springboard clothesline. I repeat, and I ain't talking like a one like a Trick Williams can do. I'm talking like an old school CM Punk clothesline.
Which we haven't seen CM Punk do since his return.
But yeah, but my honest, what are your thoughts on Jacob Fatu?
Jacob Fatu, Raw or SmackDown? Because that's the question we're trying to answer here. If I want the bloodline to be dangerous, I would do SmackDown. If I want to see what a member of the Anoa'i family can do as a solo star that isn't Jey Uso and making people say yeet, I would do Raw. But I legitimately have no clue where I would place this guy.
Because it also depends on if you want him to be a part of the, it depends on whether or not this guy's a part of the blood. And it also depends on, is he going to be a part of is WWE going to have him be a part of NXT, but also be a member of the SmackDown roster? Or is WWE going to have him be a part of the NXT roster, but also be a part of the Monday Night Raw roster? Because I think having him be a dual brand superstar would really stretch the bloodline and make them more dangerous.
What if we're overthinking this and he's a tri-brand superstar? NXT, Raw, and SmackDown.
Yeah, you can have Paul, you can have Solo be like, "Hey," Paul be like, "Hey, don't worry, Jay, don't worry, Solo, I got this covered." Wait, what?
Yeah, I'm just gonna do all three brands.
As for
let's do Pride. I heard your timer. Let's do quad brand superstar and add in speed for us to credit.
Yeah. Alright, now as for my thoughts, if Jacob Fatu does debut, whether it be Raw, whether it be SmackDown, or whether it be all three, and you still have him be a part of the Bloodline shit, you know, have him be a part of it, but at the same time, have him be his own star, I think that would be a way to keep him from honestly outshining Solo.
I think that might be. I think what you just said, you mean the opposite. If he's on every brand while Solo is secluded to SmackDown, Jacob Fatu would be getting more exposure than Solo.
Okay, fair. But my thoughts is, look, whether he goes to Raw, SmackDown, or whatever, whether he be a part of the Bloodline or not is great. But if he is, you know, if you have him just be a part of NXT, SmackDown, and NXT, I'm all in for it because I've seen what Jacob Fatu can do. And the moment that we hear Jacob Fatu's theme hit, whatever Death Rebels decides to do with that shit, oh boy. I'm
talked about is if Death Rebel is actually good or bad at making themes.
Alright, but yeah, I'm curious to see what WWE does with Jacob Fatu. You?
I am very intrigued to see what Jacob Fatu can do, and this may be a hot take, but I'm enjoying what WWE is doing with expanding the Bloodline.
Yeah.
If we can get some female representation in there, that'd be nice. Because we got Tamina, we got Naomi, we got Nia, we got Ava.
Yeah.
Like, we have enough Bloodline in WWE for them to hold every main roster title.
I honestly think, and before we end the final thoughts, this is what I want to say. I am genuinely surprised that if you want to, like, if the Bloodline, you know, added Zilla, Jacob, and they were to add a woman, and they added Nia Jax, oh God, yes, do it.
All right, I believe you have something to say.
Roll it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching and listening. Roll it.
Thank you for listening to At Odds, hosted by the Unbreakable Spirit
and the Executioner,
edited by the Unbreakable Spirit. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at MTS_life_0126.
You can follow me on Instagram at DanTravis121, and you can also follow me on the Twitter at DanTheExecutioner21.
And you can follow the podcast at Odds Podcast. We'll be back next week with more debates and discussions. But until then, the Executioner and the Unbreakable Spirit will still be at odds.
Thank you, losers.